Let's do the ratings. I'm going to rate it. I'm not rating it because it's not beer.
Yeah.
I rate it 0. 0.
It's like mother's milk.
Completely inedible. 0.
0.
I'm going to rate this a 0 out of 0 because I really don't give a shit.
10.
0. 0. The liquid itself, I would rate it 0 out of 10 because I didn't consent.
Consent to the chug.
And the marijuana continues to be a solid 7.
Awesome.
0.
10 out of 10. What do we all rate the sip of the beer that I found in Ood's fridge?
0.
Oh.
I'm rating it a 0 because
I hate you.
It's supposed to be alcohol, and this is clearly not that. Solid 2. I'll give it a 3 out of 10 right now, unless I'm at the Nest Creek Music Festival, which is my favorite stomping grounds, in which case it's a 12 out of 10. Yeah. I'll give this a 3.14. 10.
Damn.
Wow.
I'm giving this 10 out of 10. And with that, I will rate it a 9.5 out of 10. Rated a 3 out of 10, but it'll get the job done because it's a red wine.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10 because it was classy. It was a gift I wasn't expecting coming. It was really well made. Yeah, 10 out of 10.
It was very thoughtful.
Thank you, Robot. I give it a 3.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm going to give this a 6 out of 10. It's a pretty good wine. I'll go for 10 out of 10. Overall, I give it a 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, you know what? I've had freshly made mojitos, and this doesn't taste too much off the mark.
No, it's pretty good for like it's made in Barcelona.
Yeah.
Like, it's good.
Actually, that's a 7.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
I'm really liking it. On that note, I give it a 10 out of 10. It's fantastic. I love this beverage. I took some Tums before I got here, so the acid's not going to melt my stomach, and I'm in a good mood. I'm going to rate this 1971 out of 2016. I didn't rate the water yet.
Okay, go ahead.
5.
Thanks, Leon.
Get the job done.
Man.
Negative 1,000 out of 10.
I might make my kid drink it.
I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. You know what? I also didn't throw up, and I took a bunch of Gravol before I came over just in case I got nauseous. But no, it was delicious. Mm-hmm. I was completely surprised by its quality. Ood did a fabulous job of baking it.
Yay.
And I would give it a 10 out of 10. It's probably the best cake I've ever had. What should have been a 6 out of 10, because it's cold and I was in the forest, is downgraded to a 2 out of 10 because it was the only option for liquor I had, and it was warm. Give it fucked in the ass, but still got the reach around. I'll rate things that I would consider like putting in my mouth again.
Okay.
And this I wouldn't. So I'm just going to give it a... I'm going to give it, the buildings are falling, out of a, he ripped out her eye and fucked her in the eye socket. The Aristocrats. Bananas in pajamas.
Are coming down the stairs.
No, just the two of them.
They're not coming down the stairs? Or chasing teddy bears?
This shitty liquors are sitting at the bottom. They're classier than that. I'm going to give it a Dungeons and Dragons out of 3 Pokemon Goes and one other thing that I never really caught on to.
Doctor Who!
Out of Pogs. I'm going to give it a pedophile mall Santa who doesn't actually act out his fantasies.
Okay.
Out of what?
That's it.
Okay.
It's a 1-to-1 scale.
Yep.
Anyway, so the point is, I rate this beer going to a nude beach and being free, which is good, but getting a little bit of sand under my foreskin because there's something about this beer that I don't quite like. 4 dead cosmonauts out of 17 dead astronauts.
Oh, damn.
Oh.
1 ruptured hymen out of 17 snowmen.
Oh. I'm not sure what that means, but it sounds serious.
It's not a very good rating. Because each snowman can rupture 3 or 4 hymens at a time. This 3 abolishing the property classes out of 17 seizing the means of production. Give mine 17 John Diefenbakers out of 1,392 Dwight D. Eisenhowers. I'm going to rate it 3 aspartames out of 10 high fructose corn syrups. 5 naked Sam Squanches out of a sheep, Richard Dawkins in a bestiality movie. 17 Pope John Pauls II out of 3.5 Joseph Ratzingers and a Pope Benedict thrown in. I'm going to rate it 1 Mein Kampf out of 2 Dianetics and a Fundamentals of Scientology. Oh. I am going to rate it 17 Jim Leahy's out of 19 Trevor and Corey's.
Oh. Yes.
I give it 2 Donkey Punches and a Dirty Sanchez over 4 or 5 Frothy Walruses. Give it 3 Lorne Calverts out of 2 Brad Walls, a Grant Devine, and a Ross Thatcher. I'm going to rate my Starbucks bong 10 Ness Creeks and 10 Shimbalas over 16 Fairy Festivals, Woodstock, and Burning Man. I'm going to give it a Penoject out of Viagra, a Levitra, and a Cialis. I will give it 7 Harvey Weinsteins out of 9,381 Chernobyl disasters. So I'm going to rate this in honor of the Chernobyl disaster, 2,400 tons of lead out of 1,800 tons of sand.
Okay.
I'm going to rate it 10 Gregory Kits, the one of the original 16, out of 10 Gregory Kits. That's the highest rating I've ever given a beer. I'm going to give it 3 Yuri Gagarins and an Apollo 1 command module fire out of 17 Valentina Tereshkovas, the first and youngest person in space, first woman and youngest person in space, out of a Challenger disaster and a Columbia disaster. I'm going to give it 3 Augusto Pinochets
Ooh.
out of a Manuel Noriega,
Okay.
a Fidel Castro,
Yeah.
Oh.
and a Jean Chrétien.
Oh.
It's an interesting.
I'm just trying to figure out in my head how to rate that.
Yeah.
Out of, I don't think I put in the denominator.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Out of 17,943 Robert Mugabe's second cousins. I really, really like this. I'm going to give it 7 Woodstocks out of 4 Burning Mans, a Ness Creek, and a Shambhala.
Oh, wow.
I'd like to revise my rating. I'm going to give it I'm going to give it a Mars Climate Orbiter and an Apollo 15 moon buggy out of 550 black and white images taken by Mars rover in 1997 out of 16,500 transmissions of data from Mars. I'm going to give it one bleeding frenulum
Oh, stop saying that.
out of a
That could be the name of your next ska band.
here's your next
Bleeding
out of a penile meatus. Do you know what a penile meatus is?
No.
It's the hole in the end where the pee comes out of.
Oh, fine.
It's where the urethra meets the surface. Okay. I'm going to give it 17 cerebral palsies out of 14 life sentences. I would give it 2 vasectomies out of a vasovasectomy, which is a reversal of the vasectomy. So 2 vasectomies, 1 reversal.
What is that?
I'm
a
going
dozen.
to give it 17 cerebral palsies
Oh.
out of 1 cystic fibrosis, 3 spina bifidas, and a muscular dystrophy. And I'm going to give it 1 spermatozoa out of 4 ovums. I'm going to rate it 1 upstairs frenulum out of 3 downstairs frenula. Okay, so I'm going to rate this 77 Kuiper belt objects out of a series, the rest of the asteroid belt, Phobos and Deimos, which are Mars' 2 moons, Charon, which is Pluto's moon, and some apricots and sperm whale out of 1. So I'm rating this 42 cholecystectomies out of a necrotic liver and a blocked bile duct out of 19. Ooh, we're going to get juicy here. 3rd trimester abortions. I'm going to give it 13 Vladimir Komarovs who died out of 17 Georgy Dobrovolsky, Viktor Patsasyeva, Valesia Volokov, who are also dead. Out of 7 Gregory Jarvis, Christy McCaffles, Ronald McNair, Ellison, blah, 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 and a few others who are also dead out of me. I'm going to go back to my dead cosmonauts rating scale from the Space Disasters episode. I'm going to give this 14 dead cosmonauts out of 7 times 2 dead astronauts. Although one of them was a Japanese citizen, so it's...
So it's 14 out of 14?
Yes, 14 out of... Well, no, because cosmonaut lives are worth less than American lives.
Oh, of course.
Hold on. You're only going with 14 dead American? Like, you don't care about those guys on Apollo 1?
Okay, 14, 15. Roger Chaffee, Ed White, and Gus Grissom have been added to the mix. I'm going to give this a solo grape-sized vibrating bullet
Oh, good.
out of 0.
Yeah, okay.
So that is 1 grape-sized single silver vibrating bullet out of naught. That's the best rating I've ever given a wine on this show. I am going to give it a Regina Manifesto,
Nice.
a Cooperative Commonwealth Federation, an overthrowing the property class,
Yeah.
seizing the means of production.
Of course.
Is there aught we hold in common with the greedy parasite who would lash us into serfdom and crush us with his might? Is there anything left to us but to organize and fight? For the union makes it strong out of 10.
What about what about crashing the bourgeoisie?
Yeah, that's totally there too.
Okay. There you go.
I will rate it 1 Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners now and at the hour of our death. Out of our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Bless us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses. We forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us
Not
not
temptation, but deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen.
You see, we're all apostates, so we have that shit stuck in our head.